let's begin by closing your eyes as the time has arrived to take an adventure into the bottomless, yawning, multi-dimensional self that is you. A journey that begins deep in the heart, within the chest, a space within your spiritual heart. A space where it is easy to relax and accept whatever emerges on this inner journey, and you can become aware of an opening, a gentle breath, gently drawing inside, like a breeze. Each breath is being carried like a floating leaf, floating, flowing, moving deeper and deeper, floating deeper and deeper. As you continue to breathe and listen to the sounds of the music, allowing the sounds to enter, echoing deep into the inner space, rising and falling off your chest. Your awareness is becoming heightened, and from the heart, allow your breath to float down, 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 counting from 1 to 10 as you breathe gently. 1, so gently. 2, more free, breezing past. 4, beginning to feel lighter, lighter, lighter. 5, so light, so light. 6, very, very light, as light as the gentle breeze that caresses you. 7, and as the breath settles in the belly below the navel, you can feel the rise and fall in the belly as you breathe in and out. 8, the breath can be like a falling pebble into a still pond, creating waves with each breath. 9, with each breath the waves moving outward with the belly. 10, as you breathe, allow the waves to ripple downwards into your back, into the back of your legs and your inner thighs. Rippling through your ankles and feet. Rippling through the very tips of your toes. Again, become aware of the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in and out. Directing the waves of breath upwards, rising through your spine. Penetrating your back,
5,
your shoulders and sliding down into your elbows. Allowing the waves of breath to roll down your arms and rolling down into your hands. Into your fingertips. And the breath is rising even higher, rippling through your throat, spreading through your face, rippling deep within the brain. Moving to the very top of your head. Again, becoming aware of the rise and fall of your belly and waves of breath encircling your whole body from head to your feet. These circles of waves surround you and support your body. Surrounded by these waves, beginning to form patterns as the light settles and shines upon these waves, forming a kaleidoscope of colors. See these patterns that have been with you for a long, long time. Patterns that have repeated in your life in many, many ways. Patterns of fear, betrayal, disappointment, lack, and loss. Notice what kind of patterns have been with you all your life. These patterns arrive from your childhood, and they have remained through your adolescent years, and they have persisted in your adult years. These patterns are beginning to move around your body. These patterns are created by the countless experiences of our past lives. These patterns are continuously moving in the sea of consciousness within the sea of consciousness. Allow these patterns to emerge now. Within the sea of consciousness, there is a current flowing backwards in time. This current can gently carry you back to some pattern that has been created in this life when you were still a child. Looking into this pattern, deep into this pattern, into a moment of time when you were still a child in this life. And from this child, this pattern became visible when you became an adult, when you began to develop cognition, understanding. You began to recognize this pattern. Begin to feel this pattern now. Begin to understand through the eyes of the adult that you are. Where is this pattern becoming visible in your life? Who are these people with whom these patterns have become visible? What seems to be happening with them? Notice how you have coped with these patterns of fear, betrayal, disappointment, loss, lack, abandonment, abuse. Notice how you have felt. Allow that feeling to emerge. Notice what has been suppressed and allow those emotions to emerge. Let it surface. Let it emerge. Allow it to form pictures and thoughts. Allow this memory to merge back into the pattern, allowing the current to carry you back. Back to when the pattern was created in childhood. Becoming a child again. Looking through the eyes of a child, what do you see? Feeling inside a child's body. What do you feel? The earliest memory is emerging, where this pattern was present. The disturbance is becoming visible. The fear, the loss, the abandonment, the abuse, the pain is being felt. Allow the pain to become more and more. Allow the pain to surface completely. Allow the pain and hurt and abuse to be felt completely. Allow your body to release it. Your body is releasing it. And as your body releases the pain, the hurt, the disappointment, the abuse, allowing the memory to merge back in the patterns. The current is carrying you back further, back in time, back when you were a baby. And you're beginning to breathe in listening through the ears of a baby. Feeling the innocent and pure heart of a baby. Allowing the current to carry you back even further, back even further in time. The body is becoming smaller and smaller, returning to the sea of the womb, floating within your mother's belly. You have entered the womb of creation. Notice you are right in the womb of creation. And as you settle, what are the feelings as they are felt within the womb? Notice the temperature in the womb. Notice, is it warm, cool, cold, normal, the comfort, or is it uncomfortable? The words being whispered by your mother, hear them as she speaks to you, as she speaks her mind aloud to others around her. Feel your mother's breath as it breathes into you. Your mother's feelings being felt by you. Tiny fingers moving, your feet and toes in a certain position. Notice the age of the fetus when you first felt your heart beat and your breath breathe. The current can carry you even further back into the conception stage, the moment when a sperm and egg united, and in this union there was expansion, explosion of light, opening between two worlds. The current can carry you between two openings, floating, leaving the body behind, floating upon the sea of consciousness, looking down and seeing the many patterns. You are being drawn to some patterns. You may see or feel as if you are being held by the pattern. Moving into the pattern, your patterns moving back in time through the expansion, explosion, entering the gap. You're beginning to move. And as you begin to move, you are entering a beautiful place called heaven. And as you begin to enter this beautiful place called heaven, silver, large gates of heaven are opening up in front of you. These beautiful gates are decorated with white roses. And there is someone waiting at the gates for you. Someone who has passed over. A parent, a grandparent, a friend, a mentor, a sibling, or someone else. And this significant person is pushing the doors open. And as the gates of heaven begin to get pushed open, you are entering heaven. And you're beginning to look to the right, and you're beginning to see tall trees with yellow flowers. And these yellow flowers, like spreading golden yellow light in the garden. And as you begin to look to the left, you're beginning to see fruit trees, oranges hanging from these trees. And these golden yellow oranges spreading golden yellow light in the garden. And as you begin to float and flow, you're beginning to turn right. And as you begin to turn right, you're beginning to see a beautiful rainbow waterfall. Every water bead is of a different color: red, orange, green, blue, purple, violet, pink. And as this rainbow waterfall begins to fall on white stones, sparkling, shining, shimmering, you're beginning to feel so wonderful, so calm, so peaceful. And gently you are beginning to see, just opposite the waterfall is a path going down the hill. And as you begin to feel this path going down the hill, you're beginning to arrive at the heart of heaven. And in this heart of heaven, there is a pond of water. And as you go closer to the pond of water, you're beginning to see blue fishes swimming in the crystal clear pond of water, enjoying yourself. You are beginning to look around. Green grass with dewdrops shining on it. White rabbits hopping around. Long-tailed bushy squirrels moving here and there. And at a distance is a peacock spreading its blue-green feathers and dancing for you. And as you continue to move through the heart of heaven, birds, welcoming you. And as you look around, you're beginning to see angelic butterflies. And these beautiful angelic butterflies are moving you forward as they begin to take you to a small wooden bridge. And as they begin to move you to the small wooden bridge, your consciousness is becoming brighter, brighter and brighter, lighter and lighter, carrying the patterns with you. And these beautiful angelic butterflies taking you across the bridge towards a large banyan tree. And as you begin to see, feel, imagine this large banyan tree. The leaves of this banyan tree fluttering in the breeze, the roots long reaching the ground, and the angelic butterflies are taking you towards a small wooden bench under the banyan tree. And on this small wooden bench under the banyan tree is waiting your spiritual guide, your Guru, Prabhu, Brahmadev, your mentor. And as you begin to go closer and closer to the wooden bench, you are beginning to see, feel the presence, know, imagine your spiritual guide. Beautiful angelic butterflies are carrying you to the palms of your guide, and your guide is holding you gently. You are beginning to get bathed, soaked in the light of your guide. You're beginning to get bathed in the divinity of your guide. And your guide is taking you further to the right. And as you begin to move further to the right, you are beginning to approach a cosmic well of consciousness. And as you begin to approach the cosmic well of consciousness, taking the blessings of your guide, you're beginning to look down the well of consciousness. And you're beginning to see a pool of light. And your consciousness is beginning to fall down inside the well, inside, dissolving in the pool of light. And as you begin to dissolve in the pool of light, you're beginning to move to the end through a corridor at the bottom of the well. And as your consciousness begins to move through the corridor at the bottom of the well, you're beginning to reach a door at the end of the corridor. Rushing past through the corridor, you have reached a door at the end of the corridor. And as you reach the door, you're beginning to look in the middle of the door. And as you begin to look in the middle of the door, on the middle of the door are beginning to appear digits of a year in which you have lived a past life, where this pattern had emerged the very first time. And as you allow the digits of the year to become more clear, more certain, your cosmic consciousness is tracing on the door. And as your cosmic consciousness begins to trace on the door, the digits of the year are becoming more clear, more certain, more real. Allow the year to come by thought as a download. The door is beginning to disappear. And as the door begins to disappear, your consciousness, like a comet, is moving to the other side of the door in a long cosmic tunnel. And as your consciousness begins to move in a long cosmic tunnel, it is beginning to fall down, parachute down to the earth, being pulled by the force of gravity. It is beginning to get pulled down faster, faster, faster than the speed of light. It is beginning to get pulled down as it begins to rush down, fall down, as it begins to get pulled towards a place, as it begins to get pulled inside a body, and as it begins to get pulled inside a body that is dying. As you allow and feel your consciousness floating, entering into a body which is dying. Now we are going to go back further in time, reliving this life of the body. Discovering who you were. Notice the ground below where this body is lying. And as your consciousness enters the body completely, the body is becoming alive, standing up. As it does that, the feet are upright and the ground below the feet is becoming visible. The footwear can be seen or felt. Or you just know what those feet are wearing. The clothes and accessories are also becoming clear in thought, in feeling, in vision. And as the awareness moves upwards, everything is becoming more colorful and vivid. The hands are coming in the front for you to see the color of the skin. And as those hands begin to move up to the hair, touching the hair, you're getting a feeling of the kind of hair the body has. You're getting a feeling if there is any headgear. Anything that is being worn on the head. And the hands are moving across the face, touching the face. And the eyes are opening up. Notice the color of the eyes. And as you touch the face is becoming more clear. Notice, are you male or female? Notice how old you are. And as you allow yourself to look out through the eyes of that body, you will begin to notice the surroundings. Observe every detail. As you look to your right and left, notice where you are. Begin to notice the weather. And what time of the day or night it seems to be. Notice if anyone is with you. Gently, you're beginning to move towards your home to find out whom you live with. As you begin to move, your home is coming in focus. And you're beginning to approach your family. Notice what you seem to be doing, and move to a particular person or persons who mean something to you. Allow the many relationships to come up. Go to the significant scenes with these people. Move forward or backward to get all the details, to get all clarity. Notice the work that you do, the patterns that you seem to have created, a significant moment of that life, or a significant relationship or trauma which you seem to have carried forward. What is the unfinished business that you seem to have carried forward? Notice if that life is happy, and if it is, what is making it happy? If that life is unhappy, what is it that is making it unhappy? Go to other events of the experience. Scan through the events of that life. And you're beginning to move to the end of that time, progressing to the last few moments of that life. What are your last thoughts while dying? How are you dying? Is there an illness, injury, trauma, accident, or just old age? Anyone with you when you are breathing your last? You can continue to explore and discover who you have been and the origin of these patterns are being probed deeper and deeper. It's time now to end that life in that body and moving out gently. Notice the place where you are dying. Breathing a dying breath. What does it feel like to be dying? What are your last thoughts? As the life slips away from your body, you're beginning to take your last breath. Are you reluctant or glad to be leaving that life? What is happening after your death? Can you look at your physical body from the outside? From the higher state of consciousness, make a review of the life from birth to death. What lessons have you learned from that life? What lessons have you missed? What patterns are you carrying from that life? Can you recognize anyone from that life? Slowly, you are leaving that place and merging with your eternal breath into your consciousness. And as you leave that life, moving, swirling, circling over the place where you lived before, the map of the place is coming up. The city, town, village, country is being located by you. Now you are entering the gap, the expansion, the explosion between two worlds. You are being guided to a magical cavern where your spiritual guide is waiting for you. Your guide has a gift, a message, a thought, a guiding mantra that will make your life better, brighter, luminous. Your guide is whispering, See the words as they spring up. The message, a guiding mantra to make your life better, brighter, luminous. It's time now to enter the womb of creation. And you're beginning to feel the shower of white, divine light all around you. The shower of the healing blue light circling your tenderness. The shower of rainbow light drops sparkling as they give you wisdom, infinite intelligence, and unconditional love. It's time now to be born again. As you arrive back in the sunshine of your being, you will feel energized, new, boundless. Coming back, entering back into your present physical body. You will begin to feel the toes of your feet. You will begin to feel your fingers and fingertips. You will begin to feel your eyes, and from 3 to 1, you will enter the space of alertness, wakefulness. 3, 2, awakening into the inside of who you are, and becoming wakeful with good sense, an intention to make this life meaningful and beautiful. You will awaken with the chants of